Hi, thanks for joining me for this Walking Well video. We're talking about walking safely, walking confidently, walking intentionally. We're learning technique tips to help us feel steadier on our feet, be more confident, and be less likely to have trips and falls when we're out walking. Anytime you're trying a new walking technique, especially if you're a bit unsteady on your feet to start with, be a little bit more cautious than usual. Make sure you're walking on a safe surface, nothing uneven, and you may even want to take a stick with you, just be a little bit more careful when you first practice this. So we're talking about what we do with our head and our eyes when we're walking. And so you may have noticed that for you or for other people, start to tilt their head down, look at our feet when we walk. If we're starting to feel a bit anxious, nervous about walking, maybe we've had a trip or fall or we're worried about having one, it's a natural sort of protective response. We're concerned. We want to look at our feet, see where they are, see what they're doing, make sure we don't trip. Unfortunately, what we don't realize is how heavy our heads are. So there's a lot in your head, big brain, and it's heavy. And so if we tilt it forwards, even the tiniest amount, that changes everything elsewhere in our body, and it moves our center of gravity. And when our center of gravity moves, anything that sets our balance off, challenges us a little bit, perturbs us, we're going to have a harder time dealing with. So if our center of gravity is right in the middle and we get a little shock or something knocks us, or we trip on something, we're better able to recover because our center of gravity is in the right place. If it's off, if it's out here, off to the side, out the back, then when we have to deal with that balance challenge, it's harder and we're less likely to be able to do so successfully. So keeping that center of gravity in the right place is really important. And to do that, we need to keep our head stacked on top of our body. So we do still want to see what's happening on the ground. So what we want to think about here is keeping the head up here, but the gaze just down in front, a couple of meters in front. And if we keep that the whole time, we always know what's coming up and we feel confident that there are no obstacles on the ground. But we can't be down here looking at our feet because that just throws everything off too much. So if you can go for even the shortest walk now and practice that, then just think about keeping the head stacked up here. Don't worry, you will find it drifts and tilts and you're looking down. Just reset each time. Do the posture check that we talked about before, that string pulling you up tall. Stack your head on top of your body and direct your gaze diagonally down in front of you. Thanks so much for joining me for this Walking Well tip. Take care and see you soon.